So, the title of this video might get some people coming for me, but I genuinely think that you should not be friends with a people pleaser coming from a former people pleaser. Disclaimer, I'm going to be saying the phrase people pleaser a lot in this video, so just bear with me. So, with people pleasers, they will force themselves to act a certain way to you, to please you. This is called performing, and they constantly have to put on a show just for you to be able to like them. And it will eventually get exhausting for them because they will think, oh my days, why does it feel like it's such a burden for me to be interacting with you? Why does it feel so draining to be around you? Why does it feel like I'm putting on a performance every single time I'm interacting with you? But it's not even your fault. You didn't ask for them to put on a performance. You didn't ask for them to act a certain way just for you to be able to like them. And I wouldn't say that the other person, aka the people pleaser, is completely in the wrong because you know what? Sometimes we don't even realize that we're people pleasing. And sometimes you yourself might be a people pleaser without you knowing. So really ask yourself, am I being authentically myself to this person? Or am I performing and putting on an act which is not me? And even sometimes you can't even really tell whether a person is trying to please you or just being nice to you. And I think the difference is that a nice friend, they would be kind to you, but still authentically themselves. They'll be nice, but they would still have their own opinions and takes. As for a people's pleaser, they will go as far as to going with whatever you go with, portraying themselves as a perfect friend, a perfect person for you. They will be afraid to say what they mean and to be vulnerable because they're afraid that if they're vulnerable, you won't like them. And by the way, I'm not saying that every friend of yours have to be vulnerable because some people just like their privacy. But when you can really tell that a person is trying to just please, you can actually really see right through that. And actually, how being friends with a people pleaser can actually damage you is how they start to resent you because they literally perform every single time when they're interacting with you and they're not being authentically themselves, so they end up building resentment for you. And no one can perform for as long, so what will happen is that they will start getting distant from you, and most of the times they won't even explain to you why. This person will become distant subtly or not subtly, and the atmosphere will just start to change. And the thing is, you can't control how a person acts, okay? You can't just be like, stop people pleasing, because one, they might not be people pleasing, or two, they will just deny it but continue to people please because maybe they themselves don't even know what people pleasing is, or they don't even realize that they're doing it. And yes, this is like a really hard thing to be dealing with in friendships because it mostly starts when you meet this person. Okay, when you meet a new person, of course you want to like have a good first impression. You want to be as nice as you can. You want to try to find connections in between with this person. And yeah, I think that's fine, finding what you and this person like. If, for example, this person likes swimming and you like swimming too, and so you say it, and that's where things start to connect. But here's the thing, in friendships, there are certain dynamics. If this person is just saying everything that agrees with what you think, that that there's people pleasing, and we don't like those people. Because do you really want to be friends with someone that is fake? Someone that is just performing? Or do you want to actually build deeper and meaningful relationships, or I guess friendships? Well, friendships are relationships at the end of the day, so you're basically creating a relationship with someone. And for most of you watching this, you might be a people pleaser yourself without you knowing. And how to stop, I guess, people pleasing if you think that you are a people pleaser is first, don't be afraid to say what you mean. If your friend is a true friend They won't get easily offended by your takes, your opinions, what you mean, because you're human and you're allowed to express yourself as freely as you want. And I feel like being friends with a people pleaser is so exhausting. I'm so sorry, okay? As a former people pleaser, it was exhausting for me. And as a person who has been friends with many different people pleasers, it was exhausting for me too. So it's basically a lose lose. If you're a people pleaser, if you're hanging out with the people pleaser, oh my gosh, it is so draining. So if you're already thinking, like, I guess I was people pleasing back then and there's no way for me to get out of it, no, who says that? There is a way. If you admit that you were people pleasing back then, I could make a whole separate video about how to stop people pleasing. But for now, you have to identify what is making me people please. What is within this person that is making me feel like I have to put on performance every time I'm interacting with them. And after that, after you have all the reasons, start asking yourself, what can I start doing to stop people pleasing this person? How to stop pleasing this person? Because let me tell you, in the long run, people pleasing does not work. Okay? If anything, it only grows distance from this person. So either you don't want a genuine relationship with this person, friendship, whatever. I refer it to as a relationship because you're basically creating some type of relation with this person. If you actually want to build a deeper relationship with this person, you have to be yourself. I said it. I said it. In the long run, you'll just exhaust yourself. You'll make yourself in despair and sufferation. Start today if you feel like you're people pleasing. And I know it's such like a difficult thing to just go from people pleasing to like being yourself authentically. Because some people can take it as being mean. And I don't think people should take it as being mean because just saying your own takes and opinions is not being mean, by the way. If you want me to make a whole separate video about that, oh my days, I could absolutely do it because I could go on and on about this. Okay, this is a topic that I am very passionate in, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this video. Don't surround yourself with people pleasers because if it's just people pleasing, there's no deep and real connection. What is this? A circus? Like why are we performing? Why are we performing? Are you paying them to perform? I hope not. And that's all I wanted to say for this video. If you like this video, comment down below. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all next time. I love you always.